Yes, here's a room so warm and blood-close, I swear you will wake and mistake these walls for skin. I need only pause before it and I forget the passage of time. The sound of softly falling rain, my private sphere. I lie in wait for the knives of cold sunlight to penetrate the dense blue of the curtains, and on the curtains are red and green flecks. I imagine each of them as a person who has or had a life once, caught in this moment. What are they each feeling? I blink in uncertainty at this dreamlike luminescence, feeling as though some misty film were blunting my vision. The light from the pale white paper, powerless to dispel the heavy darkness of the above, is instead repelled by the darkness, creating a world of confusion where dark and light are indistinguishable. Transparent bottles huddled on the floor. In the sunlight only, I can see right through. In this bright hour I'm awake before. I contemplate that soon this might be you, an empty bottle in the light, consumed. You walk past, turning to look again and yet again. The little sunlight from the garden that manages to make its way beneath the eaves and through the corridors has by then lost its power to illuminate, seems drained of the complexion of life. A life that glitters under leaves piled for anonymity. So dilute is the light there that no matter what the season, on a fair day or a cloudy morning, midday or evening, the pale white glow scarcely varies. A degree of dimness, absolute cleanliness and quiet so complete one can hear the hum of a mosquito. There is no fear in taking the first step, or the second, or the third. The hallway before me, the lines narrowing to the square of the landing where the dust does ballet under the grey gaze of a cloudy afternoon sky, is as unyielding as a static TV. As I step forward, it feels as impossible and foreign as the world behind a screen. On the far side of the screen, at the edge of the little circle of light, the darkness seemed to fall from the ceiling, lofty, intense, monolithic. The fragile light of the candle, unable to pierce its thickness, turned back as from a black wall. And yet, when we gaze into the darkness that gathers behind the crossbeam, around the flower vase, beneath the shelves, though we know perfectly well it is a mere shadow, we are overcome with the feeling that in this small corner of the atmosphere there reigns complete and utter silence, that here in the darkness immutable tranquillity holds sway. Then suddenly send forth an ethereal glow, a faint golden light cast into the enveloping darkness, like the glow upon the horizon at sunset, so that the distinction between what is human and what is not falls away. And the shadows at the interstices of the ribs seem strangely immobile, as if dust collected in the corners has become part of the person who insists upon seeing her ugliness, like the person who would shine 100 candle power light upon the picture alcove drives away whatever beauty may reside there. My presence dropping, my outer walls locked, like sinking cargo carried by the sea into the cadmium yellow of a bewildering sunset, rendered by apprehension, where a broad approach to a narrow tunnel is fanned by leaves is faced with a decision. At the stylized, ominous entrance I wonder if reality will maintain me, or empathic snow subdue my quest to slip into your shadow under cover of night, to follow your footsteps, your shadow at the window. An empty space is marked off with plain wood and plain walls, so that the light drawn into it forms dim shadows within emptiness. There is a cold and desolate tinge to the light by the time it reaches these panels. If light is scarce, then light is scarce. We will immerse ourselves in the darkness and there discover its own particular beauty.